my dear students, and welcome back to the session. In the previous chapters, we were discussing about the electric charges, right? Electric charges which were at rest. So all the phenomenon relating to it we had discussed in the starting two chapters. Now in this session, let us begin with the third chapter, that is current electricity. So let us try to know few fundamental concepts relating to current electricity in this chapter. So let's get started. So to begin with, let us try to recall few basic things. That is, what do you mean by electricity? Electricity means it is the branch of physics which deals with the study of electric charges, right? Whether they are at rest or whether they are at motion, right? So all the concepts relating to electric charges is studied under the part of the physics that is called as electricity. Now this electricity can be broadly classified, okay, for our convenience it can be broadly classified into two types. One is electrostatics and the second one is current electricity. Okay. Now what is this electrostatics? Electrostatics deals with the study of the electric charges which are at rest. Okay. So these things you have already learned in the previous two chapters. So the first chapter, electric charges and field, and also the electric potential and capacitance. So those phenomena was relating to the electric charges which were at rest. ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ರೆಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಸ್ಟಡಿನ ನಾವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಟು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್. Now coming up to what is current electricity. Now current electricity is the branch of electricity where we discuss the charges, electric charges na discuss ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ which are in motion. Okay, which means when the same electric charges are moving from one point to another point or flowing, okay, both one and the same, moving or flowing, right? So when they are moving, it will constitute an electric current. So all the phenomena relating to the electric charges when they are in motion, andre yavaga adu move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅವಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಸ್ಟಡಿನ ನಾವು ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಕಲಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. Now this third chapter of your NCERT physics part 1, you are going to discuss or you are going to learn about the electric charges which are in motion. Okay, so this is about the current electricity, what it is. Okay, now for your exam point of view, when it comes to your exam point of view, this chapter carries around 13 marks. Okay, so total marks estide weightage ee chapter ige, it is around 13 and you can expect a theoretical question. Okay, theoretical 5 marks derivation, one question you can expect, and numerical one you can expect which carries 5 marks, and along with this one numerical and one derivation you can expect a 3 marks question or 2 marks question or 1 plus 2 mark question, 1 plus 2. Okay, athwa sometimes it is possible that you get 2 derivations from the same chapter. Okay, but generally it is always distributed in such a way that one derivation will be asked for 5 marks, one will be numerical for 5 marks, and remaining will be distributed among 1 mark, 2 mark or 3 mark question. So this is about the theoretical examination marks weightage. Coming up to your practicals ಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ almost 8 experiments will be there for you, right? Among 8, around 4 experiments are from this chapter. Okay, so experiments like resistance per unit length, resistance and resistivity, determining the resistance and resistivity of different material, or comparing the EMF of 2 cells using potentiometer, or determining the internal resistance of a given material using potentiometer, right? So likewise, there will be around 4 experiments relating to this chapter. So for your exam point of view, this is a very important chapter which has marks weightage equally both in written examination and as well as lab examination. Let us recall what is this electric current. Electric current andre eno? Few basic things generally, like what is its direction, SI unit, all those things. Let us discuss few, recall the basic things what we have already learnt in the lower classes, and then we will go with the higher end concepts in this chapter. Okay, so basically what is an electric current? Electric current, as I said, it is the flow of electric charges, which means whenever the charges flow, right, electric charges yavaga move agutto athwa flow agutto, that constitutes an electric current. Just like if I give an general example, just like if the water flows, right, water flow na navu enanta heltive, when water flows, it constitutes water current. In the similar way, when electric charges flow, then it constitutes an electric current. Okay, so electric current flow andre electric charges flow agbekandre, is it true in every condition? ಪ್ರತಿ ಒಂದು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ವಿ ನೋ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಈಗ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲೂ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ನ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತಾ? ದೆನ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ. ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಫ್ಯೂ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈಡ್. Only then we can observe electric current in the conductors, or we can see the flow of electric charges. Which are those two conditions? The first condition is there should be a potential difference between the 2 points of the conductor. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಏನಿರಬೇಕು? ದೇರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್. You have already learnt about potential difference. I need not to go in depth at this point. So potential difference idre matra conductor alli aga electric charges flow agutte. That is the first condition. And the second condition is there should be a conducting path. Okay, so there should be a conducting path between those 2 points. ಯಾವ ಎರಡು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಎರಡು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾತ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಸೇ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 2 spherical conductors. Okay, let us say this is conductor A, which is positively charged. Okay, charges are residing over the surface of the conductor, and there is one more conductor, say conductor B, which is negatively charged. Okay, now if since both the conductors are charged, ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ electric charges ಇದೆ, but does it constitute electric current, or does the flow of electric charges can be observed in this condition? It is observed only when we see the potential difference between these two conductors. ಎರಡು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ potential difference ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಎರಡು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾತ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರಬೇಕು. Fine. Say for example, the potential of the conductor A is 10 volt. Okay, and the potential at conductor B is 8 volts. Okay, and I am giving a conducting path between these 2 points. Okay, ಈ ಎರಡು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಒಂದು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾತ್ ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ by means of connecting it through a wire, metallic wire ಅಥವಾ conducting wire ಇಂದ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Whenever when the two conditions are satisfied, ಎರಡು conditions satisfy ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, charges will start flowing. Okay, so when charges starts flowing, then the electric current can be observed in this system. Okay, now the question is, in which direction the charges will flow? Basically the electrons are capable of moving, because you know that only the free electrons which are loosely bound to the nucleus, those electrons will be capable of moving on the surface of the conductor. Therefore, it is the electrons which will carry the electric charges from one point to another point of the conductor. Therefore, wherever the electrons are available more in number in the conductor, from there the electrons will start flowing. Okay, so because of the flow of the electrons, right, electrons are nothing but negatively charged particles. Because of the flow of the negatively charged particles, we will observe the electric current. Andre electrons enagutte, now you can easily say that in these two conditions, since this is negatively charged, which means the number of electron availability in this conductor will be more. Therefore, electrons will start moving, flowing. It starts flowing towards the positive conductor to attain equilibrium, right? So once it starts flowing, since there is a conducting path, it starts flowing. Once it starts flowing, it constitutes the electric current. ನಾವೇನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಈ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ನ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Now the question is the direction of the electric current same as that of the flow of the electrons? Then the answer is no. Electric current direction ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೈಯರ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಂದ ಲೋಯರ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಕಡೆಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. Electric current is always represented by the letter I, and it always directed from higher potential to lower potential. Fine. And it is also called the direction of convention current. Direction of conventional current antanu ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Okay, I'll tell you regarding the direction of current in detail later, but for now you just remember that whenever we are considering there is an electric current in any material, then two conditions should satisfy. One is there should be a potential difference. You can see there is a potential difference here, right? And there should be a conducting path. So whenever these two conditions satisfy, the charges, specifically negative charges, that is the electrons, start flowing from lower potential to higher potential. So electrons enagutte, they will start move from lower potential to higher potential. Due to this motion, we will observe the electric current. But what about the direction of the current? We will take it opposite to the direction of electrons, that is from the flow of positive charges. Adanna ನಾವು conventional current ಅಂತೀವಿ. So flow of electric current always travels from high potential to low potential. High potential to low potential. Not to get confused. Okay. Electric charges or electrons will always move from lower to higher potential, but whereas electric current always travels from high potential to low potential. Okay, now at this point you may get a doubt like, okay, since these are different polarity conductors, right? One is positively charged, other is negatively charged. Here you can easily say electrons will flow from negatively charged body to the positively charged body. What if, for example, there are two conductors, both the conductors are negatively charged. ಎರಡು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, negatively charged ಆಗಿದೆ. Okay, but let us say one conductor is having minus 4 volt of potential and the other conductor is having minus 8 volt of potential. Now in this case, does the electric current constitute? The answer is no, because although there is a potential difference between the conductor, there is no conducting path. ಈ conducting path illa, right? So conducting path iddu potential difference same idru kuda current carry ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಎರಡೂ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು although here there is a potential difference, unless I connect it with a conducting path, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ವೈರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಪೀಸ್ ನ connect madilla andre there will be no flow of charges take place. Now in this case, where to where the electric charges will flow and where to where the current will carry, for that you just take the potential in a graph. Okay, say suppose this is 0, this will be minus 4 volt and this will be minus 8 volt. So which is the higher potential here? Higher potential is minus 4 volt, right? So current ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it will get carried from higher potential to lower potential. But whereas the electric charges will start flowing, the electrons will start flowing from conductor B towards the conductor A through this path. ಈ path alle electrons ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it will start flowing from lower potential to higher potential. Okay, in the same manner, say suppose if there are two positive conductors, okay, ಎರಡು positive conductors ಇದೆ ಅಂತ assume ಮಾಡಿ. Now in this case, what will be the direction of electric current? Say for example, this is having 6 volt and this is having 10 volt of potential, okay, and I am giving a conducting path as well. Now in this case, whichever is less positively charged, right? If it is less positively charged, which means it will be having electrons which are available to move from one point to another. So here you can easily say which is the higher potential here. Since 10 volt is the higher potential, the current will flow from higher potential to lower potential, that is from conductor B to conductor A. Then what about the flow of the electric charges? Electric charges will be flowing from the lower potential to higher potential. Andre ee 6 volt conductor enide, conductor A inda conductor B ge electrons flow agutte. Okay, so this is how the electric current is constituted in any material, okay, specifically in conductors. So whenever the charges flow, it constitutes an electric current. Two conditions must be satisfied. One is the potential difference, other one is the conducting path. Now let us go in detail about the direction of electric current. Now let us talk about direction of electric current. Electric current direction, as I said, high potential in the low potential irutte anta heli. Okay, so what if there is a conductor where you are not knowing which is the high potential and which is the low potential, right? So say suppose for example there are electrical circuits where you are supposed to specify the direction of electric current. ಒಂದು electrical circuit ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ specify ಮಾಡೋದು? In that case you must always remember the direction of electric current is always taken in the direction of the flow of positive charges. Flow of positive charges andre ಏನು? The if you say suppose for example, let us consider this simple circuit. Okay, ee circuit alli ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, we have took one battery and connected to a electric bulb, right? We know there is a potential difference between the battery, that is from between positive terminal and the negative terminal. So obviously the positive charges will flow from positive terminal towards the negative terminal, right? So this will be the direction of current. So the flow of positive charges. So flow of positive charges na ನಾವು ಕನ್ವೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತಾನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ಕನ್ವೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತಾನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Why we call it as conventional current? It is because it is just a convention. Positive charges physically never flows from one point to another point. Positive charges yavattu one point inda innond point ge flow agalla, because you know that the protons are the carries the positive charge. Is it possible that protons can move from one point to another? It's not possible, because you know, say for example, if you consider an atom, okay, in an atom the positive charges will be tightly bound inside the nucleus along with the neutrons, and it is the electrons which will be revolving around this nucleus in different orbits, right? So it is only these electrons which are capable of moving these negatively charged particles, right? So ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋನ ಕನ್ವೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದೀವಿ. Okay, I'll tell you what is the reason behind it. ಬಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ವೇರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ ಮೋರ್ ಇನ್ ನಂಬರ್. Obviously it will be available more at negative plate of the battery, right? So negative plate ಹತ್ರ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, negative charges, that is the electrons ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, electrons will start flowing towards the positive terminal, right? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಮೂವ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಅವಾಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಯಾವ್ದು ತಗೋಬೇಕು ನಾವು, ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಫ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದಾ? ಸೊ ಈ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಫ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ನ ನಾವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತಾನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್, ನಾಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತಾನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಅನ್ ಆರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಂಗ್ ದ flow of positive charges, that is the conventional current direction gives the direction of electric current in any circuit. ಇದೊಂದೇ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಲಿ, ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಇಂದ ಆರಿಜಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಗೆ ಟರ್ಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, it is because that is the direction we have taken it from convention. Why we have took it as convention? In the history, if you look, okay, the scientist, if you look at the history of the electric current, positive charges were already discovered when electric current was discovered. Electric current discover ಆದಾಗ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು, ಓಕೆ, ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋನ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದೀಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಫ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ಡ್. ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ ಆದಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರು. Okay, that's the only reason why we are taking this convention. Otherwise it is the flow of electron which constitutes the electric current. I hope you don't have any confusions relating to it. Now let's move on to the other basic thing relating to this electric current. So electric current direction tagobekandre eno, just recall one thing, it is always from positive terminal to negative terminal of the battery, that is the flow of positive charges, or conventional current gives the direction of electric current. So 1 marks ige ee question na kelidre kelbodu. Whether the electric current is a scalar quantity or vector quantity, electric current is always a scalar. You might be thinking, just now ma'am has discussed about the direction and it also has magnitude, but still ma'am is telling it as a scalar quantity. Why it is so? It is because electric current does not obey the vector laws. Okay, say for example, if you just consider this circuit itself, okay, say for example, if this battery is providing 5 amperes of current, okay, at this point, ee point hatra 5 ampere current kodta ide anta assume ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. As it changing the direction, okay, it is not changing its value, magnitude is not getting affected due to the change in direction. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ 5 ampere ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ 5 ampere ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ 5 ampere ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Fine. So suppose if it was a vector quantity, vector quantity ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, as the direction changes, its value also should have been changed, right? But that is not the case here. Or say for example, say there are two wires, okay? One is carrying 2 ampere of current and another one is carrying around 3 ampere of current, right? Then what will be the resultant current through this wire? Illi resultant current eshtagirutte? It will be obviously the sum of these two, that is 5 ampere current, right? So if it was a vector agidre enagirbekiತ್ತು, we would have considered this theta angle as well. Theta angle na consider ಮಾಡಿ ಈ ಎರಡು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ನ ನಾವು ಸಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ನ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. But here we are not using any vector laws. We are just adding up these two quantities, just like the scalar quantities. Scalar algebra na ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ algebraic sum ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಆ ರೀತಿ just sum up ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ, right? So since it does not obey vector laws, right? Vector algebraic laws, therefore current is always an scalar quantity, okay? Although a direction is associated, this direction is to just specify from where it is originating and where it is terminating. It's not like it the current is getting carried in north south direction or southeast direction. ಆ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು direction specify ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. We are just specifying from where it originates and where it terminates, okay? So therefore always remember, although direction is associated with current, it is still considered as a scalar quantity. Let's define this electric current. How do we define this electric current? For that we have to consider a conductor, right? So as I said, it should have a necessary potential difference and also a conducting path. So let us consider this is a conductor, okay? So as you can see, in the conductor there will be positive ions and as well as negative ions, or positively charged particles and negatively charged particles, those are electrons. In this diagram you can see the green circular balls, that is this green spherical shapes are considered as the positive ions, and whereas the smaller balls which are purple in color are nothing but the electrons. Now I have considered a cross section over this conductor. If you consider a cross section, whether it is a rectangular cross section or a cylindrical cross section, a spherical cross section, fine. So through that cross section, the amount of charges which are flowing in unit time, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Just a simple example I have took here, okay? You can see I have considered a cylindrical conductor. ಆ cylindrical conductor ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ನ ನಾವು measure ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ per unit time, that defines the electric current. So the definition of electric current is the rate of flow of electric charge through cross section of a conductor. It is usually denoted by the letter I, which is equals to Q divided by T, where Q represents what? It is the total amount of charges which are flowing through that cross section, and T is the time taken by those charges to flow through that cross section, right? So this is about the definition of electric current. If you have to define the instantaneous electric current, instantaneous electric current andre at a particular instant of time, if you have to calculate what is the electric current, that current is called as instantaneous current. Suppose if you consider delta Q be the net charges which are flowing across a cross section of a conductor during the time interval delta T, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ನ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಕ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಟೈಮ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಅ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಟಿ, then instantaneous current is given by I of t is equals to limit of delta q by delta t as delta t tends to 0. ಫೈನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ನ ನಾವು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಅದರ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ಸ್, ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ I of t is equals to dq by dt. This is also a equation for instantaneous current. Instantaneous current andre at a particular instant of time, the measurement of current is called as instantaneous current, and it is a small quantity, right? SI unit of current eno? SI unit of current is ampere. Okay. If you look at this equation, I is equals to q by t, ampere can also be expressed as, since charge SI unit is coulomb, we will take it as 1 coulomb divided by time can be taken as measured in seconds, therefore ampere can be expressed as coulomb per second. Now how do we define 1 ampere of current? Current 1 ampere flow ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು? Say for example, if you consider in a given conductor there are 1 coulomb of charges which are flowing through the cross section in 1 second, then we say that the conductor is carrying 1 ampere of current. Okay, or charges na ನಾವು electrons term ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ 1 coulomb is equal to how many electrons? 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18 electrons divided by 1 second. So if 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18 electrons are flowing in through a cross section of a conductor in 1 second, then 1 ampere current is observed, right? But in examination, if they ask you to define 1 ampere, then don't go with this definition. There is one more definition for 1 ampere which you will be introduced in the chapter moving charges and magnetism. Next chapter alli barutte, aa definition anna neevu exam alli bariri. Since this is an older definition, you need not to specify it in your answers. Okay, but this is also one definition for 1 ampere of current. This is how we define the electric current and its SI unit.